Let's go ahead and collect plants up here. Yeah, there's a bunch of plants up here. Let's gather those. And I'm gonna demonstrate now how to assign a labor, like assign a dog, because we've got one plant gatherer who's pretty darn good. That's like his only real thing he's any good at. He's a stonecrafter also, but you know, I don't want to lose my best herbalist because we're so low on drinks right now. And we've got a couple extra dogs. I think that these are all still puppies in here. We haven't had any of them grow up yet, but one of these dogs here I could assign to him. So let's go ahead and do that. Since they are war dogs, they can already be assigned pretty easily. I can go here to Preferences. This would be where I could slaughter it if I wanted to kill it. But instead, I want to find that dwarf, which was Sethal. So let's go Unit Manager, pressing U, S for search, and then type Sethal. So let's find the Sethal. Let's zoom to him. So there he is outside. And then I can see here that I can press E for work animals, and then I can assign a trained animal. So let's assign this stray war dog. We'll take the male. One war beast is now assigned. So when he gets a chance, the next time he walks by that dog, and actually I can probably do it right now. I'll go to this zone. I'm gonna release that dog, the male. And unfortunately it does not tell me the gender here. Oh, there we go. So because I've assigned him as a pet, essentially, like a war dog, he's going to guard that herbalist, he automatically got a name, Rarus Tecgudicis. So I can release him from this pen or pasture. And now let's find him. There he is right there. I'm going to press F to follow him, and he should just run straight to his master. And he is. He's running right up the hill. Somehow he's got telepathy or something. He just knows where the guy is. And there we go. And now he's just going to be a faithful companion. He's going to always stick near that guy. And if anything bad happens while he's out picking plants, the dog will do one of a couple things. He's either going to attack and kill the enemy, like if it's a kobold or something, or he might unfortunately just die. But I'd rather that the dog die than the dwarf. And so, you know, the dog is going to aggressively attack anything that is a threat to the dwarf, while the dwarf, who's not a military dwarf, is going to run away in fear from anything that's evil or bad. So the dog will buy him time to escape. He's going to run back to the fort while the dog just, you know, defends the master. That's exactly his role. So I do want to protect that guy because we need the alcohol. We do have enough here. We can actually make this now. Let's see. Are you... Currently it's suspended. It should be getting resumed. Let me check something. Prickleberry wine. We have none. Drink prickleberry wine. Is it not being made for some reason? I do remember seeing it say earlier, cannot brew prickleberry wine, cannot produce strawberry wine drink. Cannot produce prickleberry wine drink. I might not have actually got that set up the right way. It might still not be working. Let's see what happens if I unsuspend it. And if somebody actually comes and makes it. I'm going to make another brewery here too. Apparently we've run out of hematite. How are we doing digging? Pretty well. Let's just add up all this other stuff. So this one can smelt all of the remaining cassiterite, all the remaining galena. This one we can do the tetrahedrite on. This guy here we can make some coke with. Even with magma, you still do need coke in order to make steel. It's part of the process. So we'll do all that, and that should keep them busy. Every now and then you see this little critter-like thing, like right there. That's a rat. That's why you do want to have a couple cats. Cats should just, you know, they'll go about the fort and they'll kill little rats and things that'll eat your food, and they can cause sickness and disease and stuff. Now we do also have a bunch of slag, which has been formed from smelting that ore. So I'm going to create one of the new Masterwork buildings, which is a slag pit. It's down here toward the bottom, I think. Actually, it might be under furnace. Yep, furnace. We're going to create a slag pit. It requires two querns. So let's make those. Let's make some rock quern. Let's make 4 of them. I believe querns are made at mason workshops. Yeah, they are. So make some of those. I see plants out here. Go get the plants. And cut the trees. In fact, look at all this. Yeah, get all these plants, darn it. Just get them all. Bring the plants inside. Apparently we have a stray woolly mountain goat. Ah, a snatcher. And it's a witch saboteur. So a snatcher is different than a thief. They're actually after babies. I don't think we have any babies. Do we? Yeah, we have 2. Actually, we do have 2 dwarven children. So the he's going to try to steal our kids, which is kind of a sad thing. But you know, hopefully he doesn't actually get any. Let's follow him. I could send my military after him, but I really don't want to. My military's untrained. It's just one lady right now, and this guy would probably kick her ass. So he just ran away. We're okay. Finding bunches of gold. What's this red stuff here? Native gold cavern floor. And another snatcher. Where? Right there. An acid cloud. Awesome. Please don't burn him with acid. Just leave. Go away. Don't hunt him. He could kick that dwarf's ass. Like, no problem. Yeah. Betrayed by the cats. And another one. This is a thief. Shramus. The thief we could probably kill, because they're very weak, but there's no way that anyone's going to catch him. They're also very quick. And you're seeing these little down arrow things. Everyone's thirsty. There's not enough drinks. So hopefully someone is brewing drinks. Somebody is brewing prickleberry wine. That's good. And let me just make sure we're not cooking prickleberries. No, good, we're not. It's important that you don't cook stuff that you can brew. Yeah, that's fine. Let's cook with the meat too. Goslings! Yay! More little birds. And for some reason adults are red, or adults are white and goslings are red. I don't really know why. Let's see, how much leather do we have? I haven't even, there's so many different industries to deal with. We've still got to talk about the leather industry, the clothing industry, the like yarn and silk and ceramics, and we can talk about all some of the special reactions that you can do, like the patterned ores, where you take iron or steel or whatever and you mix it with another metal or another type of stone. And the elves have arrived. So, maybe we can make something real quick before they actually get here. We found some gold. Let's dig out that gold. So, click there, and then again, it's Control V apparently. So yeah, sweet. It's built in already. Control V, Control V. Let's dig out some gold. The thing about elves is if you trade any wood to them, any item made out of wood, whether you made it or it was bought or anything, if it's made out of wood, then they're gonna hate you and they'll leave and they won't trade with you. So we do not want to trade anything made out of wood. I'm hoping I can mine that ore, make some gold bars, and then make some gold whatever so we can sell it to them. If I can't do that, then I can trade them some of the food that we've made, but I can't trade it if it's in a barrel. So I also want to make some rock pots. Let's do that over in the Dwarf's workshop. Let's make some rock jugs. Or no, not rock jugs, rock pots. And let's add a constraint for that one as well. Add limit. I want to track rock pots. And let's make sure that at any given time we have, say, 10 to 20 of those. Rock pots essentially are the same thing as a barrel, except that they're made out of rock. They can hold 2.5 times as much. They're heavier, but they aren't made out of wood. So there's some advantages and disadvantages to them. You can store alcohol in pots, but, you know, apparently we do not have a trade depot because they broke it again. How are we doing on blocks? Rock blocks. Apparently we have 63 of them. And yet I don't see any of them anywhere. So what happened to my blocks? It says that we have 63. We have living stone, microline, kimberlite, olivine, gabbro. Oh, now I remember. Right, so white is something you've traded for or was given to you or you embarked with. Brown is something you've made, and teal is if it's being used. It's like in a building or something. So like if I go to this olivine blocks here and I zoom to it, we can see that it was used in the construction of this magma smelter. So if I broke down the magma smelter, I could get it back. It's part of the building. Oh, it feels better now. I remember what it was. Alright, well, I think for right now, I'm going to wrap up this episode. I'm going to take a little break. Actually, no, we just finished the querns. Let's make something with those. Let's make the slag pit, capital S. And I'm going to put the slag pits right here. This isn't the most efficient way of building this floor, but I don't really care that much. So we'll use gabbro blocks and the querns. And we'll make another slag pit right here as well. We'll make that out of microline blocks and the other quern. And let's wait until those are built, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Apparently we struck hematite. While digging out the gold ore, we've struck more hematite. I want more hematite because it's iron. And let's make sure to add the gold ore to all of these because I want to smelt it right away. I'm adding it and putting it on repeat so that my smelters can very quickly get to work on that. And it looks like both of these are being built right now, so that's good. Yeah, we're still getting seeds built up, so I want to make a couple more bags. Make some leather bags. Let's also make some leather water skins, not to be confused with water skis, which is what it always looks like when you're on the trade screen. But water skins is something they can store drinks in while they're active duty military. Let's also make some backpacks so they can store their food while they're active duty military. And then just in case, we'll make an extra quiver, just so that if anyone wants to go hunting, they can do something with it. What are you doing with that horse? I just saw him dragging a horse. And apparently the dwarves have suspended the construction of slag pit. Why is that? There must have been another dwarf in the way or something. Now that we've gotten all the hematite processed, I'm going to go back into this stone stockpile and I'm going to re-enable all of the iron, like all of the ores. In fact, I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to go stockpile X, remove designation, and I'm going to cut the stockpile in half. And then I'm going to make another stone stockpile right there again. And I'm going to designate it as, again, just metal ores, forbid, 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 and 3 wheelbarrows. So now I've got 6 wheelbarrows for the same area. So I've just made it twice as quick, like twice as many people can take care of bringing in the ore. Because I don't want someone to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna smelt gold ore. Where can I find gold ore? Well, it's down in the basement below all the bedrooms, and I've got to go all the way down there and drag it up myself. Because he'll literally, like a dwarf, will drag it by hand. They're not going to use a wheelbarrow to bring it to the smelter. So I want the dwarves that are doing nothing important to use wheelbarrows to bring the ore here, and then these guys can just drag it from here to here. We got one slag pit done. So here's some of the reactions that you can do in the slag pit. We can throw slag in the slag pit, which just takes the slag and destroys it. Slag is just basically the byproduct of melting stuff down. You know, it's waste. This gets rid of it. We can use it to make concrete, which is a type of block. We can also make concrete from slag and ash. We can make concrete from slag and lye. So you're taking some slag and a bit of lye to make 20 concrete. We can take slag and some ash to make 8 concrete. And then it looks like this is just going to create 1 concrete from 2 slag. The one I like to use the most is usually this use slag to make potash. In order to do that, we need some lye. So let's go ahead and start setting up that industry. I'm going to dig out... No, I'm not. I'm going to use this area here. So I'm going to make this into a wood stockpile right here. And then I'm going to X out some spaces in the middle here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And we can do it 1, 2, 3. It's fine. And I'm going to build a workshop. I want to make a wood furnace here out of some blocks. I'll make another wood furnace here. And I also want to make a couple workshops. I want to make a carpenter's workshop here. And just in case we need it, I'll make actually 2 carpenter's workshops. And again, we'll use blocks. And then I'm going to go back to this big, huge stockpile and disable wood. Because I don't want the wood there. I want the wood around the wood furnace. And we're going to use the wood furnace to burn wood and turn it into ash. And then I'm going to actually also need some more space, aren't I? Yes, I am. Then we're going to take the ash and use it in a ashery to make lye, which is basically soap. Well, it's not quite soap. It's the prerequisite to soap. But lye is, it's a cleaning agent. So you're going to take, essentially the pattern is you take wood and you turn it into ash. You take ash, you turn it into lye. You take lye with concrete or with slag, and you can make a bunch of potash. And potash is used as a fertilizer in farming. So we're going to want to use farming at some point, the more dwarves we get. So we got to start setting up these industries. Doing a little bit better on drink. We've got a bunch of others it's your prepared meals. So we've got a lot of prepared meals. Doing just fine on food. Yeah, 284 prepared meals. And if I tab, I can see exactly what they are. This is what we're eating. So we're eating some tallow pretzels, cheese pretzels, goose egg rings. Let's look at the description on one of these. This is a stack of 3 well-prepared goose egg rings. The ingredients are well-minced goose egg and well-minced goose egg. I don't get it. Like, how do you make it into goose rings? All you're doing is cutting up a bunch of eggs. But whatever. It's funny. So that's apparently what's on the docket. That's what they're eating. So we still do need more alcohol. Hopefully the herbalist is going to get to work out there. In fact, before I forget, let me go through. Let's find our master herbalist, see what he's up to.